Well, let's get out to Oleksiy Goncharenko, who is member of the Ukrainian Parliament of Ukraine. Oleksiy, thank you so much for joining us again today. It has been an eventful weekend. The 28-point plan presented by the Americans with an arbitrary deadline, the Europeans pushing back with their own proposal, and now a fine-tuned proposal between the US and Ukraine. Do you think it's possible we could see progress this time round?
I hope very much that there will be progress because we need peace as soon as possible. And I hope this is the path to peace.
Hard to tell who's having influence where. And the last read I just made when I came out to you suggested that the Russians had a much stronger hand in the initial proposal here. How much stock do we put in that? Or is this just another reality that we've got the art of the deal playing out?
Yeah, it is reality, but also I really don't care much about who was the author of initial plan. It doesn't matter much for me because what does matter for me is that finally we have some framework on which we can move on and work on. And now it's time for diplomacy and for Ukrainian side to improve it. There are some things in this proposal which are unacceptable for Ukraine. There are some things which should be changed. But in general, finally we have this framework. We should work on it, we should improve it, and that is how it happens. That is called diplomacy.
There is no doubt some skepticism around the intentions of Russia long-term after what we saw with Crimea. So how important are security guarantees on the back of any agreement here?
Absolutely vital and crucial. You're absolutely right. And what I hear now for the moment is a little bit concerning me. The thing that these security guarantees are coming in a way of some kind of memorandum from the United States. Unfortunately, we already had Budapest memorandum, which was signed exactly 31 years ago, after which Ukraine voluntarily gave up the third largest nuclear arsenal in the world. And what we received? Now we know that we received nothing. So the security guarantees, which will be part of this peace deal, should be ratified by US Congress. They should have a force of international treaty. This is very important.
Oleksiy, this is Carolyn. You pointed out that, of course, those security guarantees are absolutely crucial. What are some of the other red lines that you alluded to before? Can you elaborate?
Yeah, I think one of things is definitely the proposal in this package that Ukraine is leaving the controlled part of Donbas area, meaning to leave several big cities which are controlled by Ukraine and heavily fortified. And also it means we're speaking not just about territories, we're speaking about hundreds of thousands of people. So this is very important question. And I think this is something unacceptable for Ukraine because we can't just leave our people. So the freezing of the conflict, the peace deal should be reached on the current line. That is something which was said already many times, and I think we need to stick to this.